Stanley Thompson Bowling Arena after being spanked by Texas in New Jersey. The Vols are going to face the Aggies of North Carolina A&T, who look a lot like them. They're quick, they like to run, and they will shoot it. It's the Vols and the Aggies coming up tonight in Knoxville. From Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville, Tennessee. Tonight, the 11th-ranked Tennessee Volunteers will be hosting the unranked but 4-2 Aggies of North Carolina A&T. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Big Orange Country. I'm Randy Smith, along with former Tennessee All-American Bill Justice. Bill, these two teams mirror each other. They look a lot alike. They play a lot alike. They are very, very similar.
Both teams love to play in transition. They're going to play a lot of pressure defense. They take a lot of three-point shots. It'll be an up-and-down game. Should be exciting.
Now, some of the team stats look very, very similar as well. Let's take a look. Tennessee averages a few more points. They give up a couple of points fewer. But the rebounds, a lot of rebounds for A&T, and they have a big rebound margin. And they also turn it over a little bit more than Tennessee, but they run a fast up-the-court paced offense.
Both teams will get up and down the floor, and turnovers will be a big thing because Tennessee feasts on turning the ball over, especially on steals.
Perhaps the best player on this Aggies team, at least their leading scorer, comes off the bench. That's Stephen Rush.
He does come off the bench.
And, of course, Juwan Smith's last appearance here at home was unbelievable. 26 in the first half, a career-high 32.
And Juwan Smith has just gotten better every year. 9 points, 10 points average on a career. Last year, 15. This year, 16. Make no mistake about it, he's the emotional leader for Tennessee. He sets the pace for them offensively and defensively.
We are just a couple of minutes away from the tip-off of tonight's game. Stay with us. We'll be back to meet the starters in just a moment. North Carolina A&T gets set to take on the 11th-ranked Tennessee Volunteers. Let's look at your starting lineups. First for the Aggies up front.
Coach Pearl has promised to shorten the rotation tonight. He's going to come back to more like a 9-man rotation, giving more minutes to those guys.
All right, stay with us. We'll be back to tip it up here at Thompson Bowling Arena in just a moment. We're ready to go here in Knoxville. Tennessee against North Carolina A&T. Randy Smith, Bill Justice with you courtside. There's Jerry Eves, head coach in his fourth season actually his fifth season as the Aggies head coach. He's won a lot in the last couple of years, Bill, and a lot of folks remember him, college basketball fans, as a starting point guard for Louisville on their '80 championship team.
National championship team. He coached at U of L, and he's got NBA coaching experience. He has the A&T program headed up.
And Coach Bruce Pearl in his third season as head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers, 51-20 coming into this game. The Volunteers dressed in their white, trimmed in orange, and of course it will be North Carolina in their navy blue, trimmed in gold. It will be Tyler Smith jumping it up with James Porter. And Tennessee gets the basketball. Jordan Howell directs the offense for the Volunteers.
The Aggies start out in man-to-man.
Howell's open for three. It's in and out. No good. Rebounded by the Aggies. Austin Ewing comes out of there quickly with the basketball. Ewing through the middle. Drops it off in the corner. Ed Jones puts up a three, and it's good.
Early on, you can see the pace we're going to have. Here they come with a little full-court pressure, man-to-man. It's token, but they're going to try to speed the pace up. They like to run.
Howell drops it off to Chris Lofton. Tyler Smith back to Lofton. They give and go around the top. Chisholm plays catch with Juwan Smith. Chisholm shoots a three. It's up and off, no good. And knocked out of bounds by Smith.
Defense as of yet.
Aggies up the floor, up 3-0. Getting a start is a senior, Glenn Nelson, number 2, a point guard. Left side it comes to Jason Wills. High post to Porter. Knocked away, saved by Ewing. Ewing sets it up, 14 left on the shot clock. Ewing off the pick. Right corner it comes to Nelson. Long NBA three, up and off, no good, taken by Smith. Tennessee fans still standing, wanting that first point. Didn't have to stand too long when they were in here last time, when they beat Middle Tennessee 109-40. Jordan Howell for three. It's there, and we're tied. 3-3.
Jordan's done a good job from the outside this year. He's shooting about 43%, doing a good job at the point.
First turnover for North Carolina A&T. Tennessee with a little pressure knocks the ball out of the hands of Glenn Nelson. Tennessee gets it back. 3-3. We just started here in Knoxville. Glad to have you with us. Juwan Smith in the game. Chris Lofton, give and go. Chisholm. Tyler Smith with a slam, and Tennessee's up 5-3.
Beautiful pass from Chisholm inside, and Tyler Smith, known to be a great finisher, does the rest.
Nelson in the corner. Tennessee with man-to-man pressure, turning the heat up a bit defensively. Howell's on Nelson. Ed Jones back out front to Austin Ewing. Down the middle, Porter, left-hander's good. We're tied at 5.
Great pass there from Jason Wills to the 6'9" Porter.
Juwan Smith misses a three, rebounded by Austin Ewing. Aggies back the other way in a 5-5 game. In the corner, Ed Jones misses the three. Tapped around, saved by Porter, knocked out of his hands by Lofton.
They're very active. They're going to come to the board hard with 5 guys, and they're going to press you and try to speed the pace up, but they're going to come to the boards hard. Good rebounding team.
Stephen Rush in the game, and the steal. Knocked away by Duke Cruz into the hands of Chris Lofton. And Lofton lost it. Stolen by Ed Jones. Quickly to Ewing. And a steal the other way, out of bounds. Nice effort by Juwan Smith, who stole the ball, and he was falling out of bounds. Touched that in line on the ball. Stephen Rush in the game now. They played about 2.5 minutes without him. And a steal. And a foul reaching in on James Porter.
Really had possession of the ball when the foul was called on A&T.
And the shot clock is not working, so with just under 17 minutes ago, they're going to work on that. Smith inbounds to Howell. Howell guarded by Ewing. Both teams playing an aggressive man-to-man. Howell, Tyler Smith, back to Lofton. Lofton has not shot tonight. Howell has missed that one. Tipped up by Cruz, no good, and a foul will be against Duke. Cruz going over the back. Spurs, Tennessee's first foul of the half. 5-5 game, we're tied. Jason Wills puts it on, scoops it up and in. Nice move by Jason Wills.
Beautiful use of the left hand, too, coming across the lane. Kept his body between him, his defender, and the basket, and did a good job.
Ramar Smith checks in the game for Tennessee. Juwan Smith open from the left wing. Bounce it up and off, no good, into the hands of Thomas Coleman, who's in the game for North Carolina A&T.
Juwan Smith lined up on Rush here, which is a pretty good matchup for Tennessee. He's bigger and he's quick.
Tennessee's only hit 1 out of 6 from the 3-point line. The foul will be on Tennessee. A regular in the NCAA tournament from 82 through 88. They made 7 straight appearances in the Big Dance.
And 8 straight MEAC tournament titles. That's really dominating. That's a great performance from 81 to 88. We've had in a while at A&T.
Missed a pair. Rebound comes down to Ramar Smith. Tennessee's got the ball, the chance to tie or take the lead. Layup no good by Josh Tabb. Rebounded in front by Ramar Smith. He's fouled and he will get 2 shots. Second shot by Ramar. He hit it. 7-6. Aggies with a 1-point lead. Ewing in the corner. Stephen Rush faking, shooting, missed it. Rebound taken on the backside by Josh Tabb. Beautifully tossed up to Chisholm, who jams it in. And Tennessee's back up by 1.
Great look on the post pattern. And here's the turnover off the press.
Tennessee with a steal. The ball back. Ramar Smith. Lofton. No good. Quick outlet rebound to Rush. Rush fake, shoots, misses. Rebounded by Tennessee. Duke Cruz takes it out of the hands of Josh Tabb. Here's Lofton against Rush. And he had his pocket picked by Stephen Rush up the floor. There's the layup, beautifully done by Nicholas Wilson. This A&T team can play, folks, let me tell you.
They can move up and down the floor. Great reverse to protect the basketball. Use the rim to block the defender.
Duke Cruz picks up the basketball. He dropped and puts it in the hole, and it's a 1-point Tennessee lead. Ewing out on the high post. It comes to Jason Wills. Wills a charge. He dropped that shoulder and put it into Wayne Chisholm.
That's where Chris Lofton gets the ball knocked away from.
See by one. A&T with a little pressure. Lamar Smith beats the pressure. They're riding his back. Lamar all the way in. Missed it. Lamar with a rebound. Back to Lofton. No good. The rebound hauled in by Jason Wills. Already we've had 5 lead changes in this game.
Tennessee's not making the three-pointers early here. They've had about 7 attempts. I think they've only made 1 so far, but they'll get warmed up.
Lofton went for the steal against Rush. Tennessee's trapping him out front. Tavares Alston in the game now. Down to 14 on the shot clock. There's a give and go through the back door, and Rush gets the layup.
And that's that motion we were talking about earlier, where he gives the ball up, cuts off of a screen, loses his defender, and finds himself wide open for a basket underneath. You've got to stay with him all the time because they're going to use a lot of motion to get him open.
Aggies back up by 1. Lamar Smith guarded by Alston. Smith drops it back to Chisholm, who puts up a 3 from outside. Rebound tipped out to 10. Lofton is wide open. Missed it. Tip no good. Fight for that rebound. It's hauled in and thrown deep into the backcourt by Josh Tabb, and Tennessee brings it back in. Nice effort by both teams on the boards right there.
Good scrapping. Coach Pearl wants him to kind of run a set pattern here. And that is right there. Get it inside.
Blocked. Cruz's shot blocked. Chisholm picks up the ball. He's hacked on the arm and fouled. Tennessee inbounds it underneath. Wayne Chisholm will toss it in. 13:03 to go in the first half. Jordan Howell for 3. That one misses. Tennessee can't buy one behind the arc. And Wayne Chisholm
reaching over guys and reaching out and committing fouls, trying to get those long rebounds.
Aggies by 1 with the ball. Alston flips it out front to Chaplin. 6'6" senior from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Stephen Rush picks up his dribble, drops it on the right to Alston. Tennessee wanting to trap out there. They're down to 8 on the shot clock. Here's a long three-pointer by Rush. Rebound kicked around off the leg of Chaplin. It'll belong to Tennessee.
And again, we're kind of seeing a lot of frenzy when the ball is free. Those free balls, those 50-50 balls, heads or tail balls, are going to make a lot of difference in this ball game tonight. They're going to go after those loose balls hard.
Aggies by 1. Tennessee with the ball. Tyler Smith back in the game and bounces it to Jordan Howell. Howell brings it in against Tavares Alston. Juwan Smith's back in the game as well. Here's Lofton off the pick. No good. The rebound chased down by Tyler Smith. Jordan Howell is open. He misses. And on the floor, a foul. Foul on North Carolina A&T in the half. Deep inbounds pass to Jamar Smith. And a 3 by Chris Lofton.
He's getting lots of open looks tonight, and he needs to keep shooting it because his rhythm is there and his shot will go down. They just need to keep feeding him and let him shoot it.
He was 0 for his first 4. Finally hit that one. Tennessee with a 2-point lead. Out of bounds. It belongs to the Volunteers. And with that, we're going to take a timeout. 11:45 to go in the first half. Tennessee has the ball and a 2-point lead when we come back to Knoxville. Tennessee with a 2-point lead at the 11:45 mark. Vols have the ball. Tennessee has made only 3 of their last 13 shots, and they're 2 out of 14 from the 3-point line. In case you're interested, that's 14%. Lofton's numbers: 3 points. He missed his first 4 3 opportunities and then cashed in one a moment ago to give Tennessee the 2-point lead.
And the Aggies are not shooting it much better early on. The score is indicative of poor shooting right now because the shots have been there.
Well, both teams are playing very aggressive, tough defense. Jordan Howell brings it in across the timeline, works against Austin Ewing. Now North Carolina A&T is in the jump zone, and Jawan Smith just says, "I'll zone you right here."
And that's a high percentage shot right there, Randy. He's going to make that 100% of the time. Great penetration.
Chaplin with the ball. Tennessee by 4. Fall away 3 by Rush. No good. Rebounded by Tyler Smith. Tennessee with a 4-point lead. Tennessee's on a 5-0 run. Jawan Smith misses. Chaplin with a rebound. Ewing drops it off to Chaplin, who's going to fire a 3. Off the side, rebounded by Lofton.
We don't need a 35-second clock.
No, we don't. Lofton for 3 out front. Bang! He hit it. 2 in a row for Chris Lofton. And Tennessee has the biggest lead of the game at 7.
Chris is getting his looks tonight, and his shot's in rhythm. They keep leaving him open like that. He'll keep shooting it, I can promise.
Chaplin works against Tyler Smith all the way in. Great play by Smith. Forces the jump ball. The arrow is pointing to A&T, so the Aggies will play it in underneath. Good play by Smith.
You'll see here Chris gets squared up beautifully, and everything looks good there. The elbow's in tight to the body. The rotation's good. The follow-through's good. His shot's coming.
6 points for Lofton. Knocked out of bounds by Tennessee. The inbounds, it comes to Angelo Hernandez. And I believe he was fouled. He was. So the Aggies get the ball in again. Jawan Smith with the foul. Rush will inbound. Gets it out deep to Chaplin. Chaplin's guarded by Howell. Austin Ewing with the basketball out front for the Aggies. Right side, it comes deep right side to Ewing. This is Rush, and a travel. He tried to. Tennessee's on an 8-0 run over the last 4 minutes. Tyler Smith out front. Lofton again for 3. Missed his first 4, and Billy J, he has hit his last 3.
He's catching up quick here, and like I said, he's getting the looks he wants. The team senses he's open, and they're getting him the ball. Tennessee
by 10. Give and go to Hernandez, who gets the layup. Nice assist out front from Jason Wills. Lamar Smith. Lofton's going to gun it again. Missed this one. Long rebound. Chased down by Tab. Baseline. Tyler Smith with the jam.
Great pass and a great cut along the baseline by Tyler Smith. And a good timeout on the part of Coach Eves right here, because they're down 10 and they need to make sure they don't let that lead get too wide.
30-second timeout by North Carolina A&T. It comes at the 9:26 mark. Well, we've seen Chris Lofton hit a couple of big threes after he missed his first 4. Here's what Coach Bruce Pearl recently had to say about Lofton.
There's a little bit more pressure on Chris now to look, to work, to get better shots, because we've got better players on the team, say, than we had a year or 2 ago. Every bad shot he shoots is a good shot that one of the other guys might be getting if we were a little bit more patient. So it's difficult. For Chris to sort of find his rhythm. The answer, Chris, you just do what you do, and I'll get the rest of the guys to do what they do.
Well, Lofton's doing what he does. He missed his first 4, hit 3, and missed his last one.
Tennessee's players love that philosophy of Coach Pearl. Do what you do. And he coaches his guys to do that. He gives them the freedom to do it, and it makes it fun for them to play for Tennessee.
3-on-1. Hernandez lost it. Back into Tab. Tennessee goes the other way. Volunteers with numbers. Lofton for 3. Yes!
And Josh Tab was looking all the way on the opposite side of the floor for number 5 because he's warmed up a little bit. Good heady pass by Josh Tab. Good look.
Austin Ewing works against Lamar Smith. 12 points now for Lofton. All of them from behind the arc. Jumper off the left hand. Good. By Ed Jones.
Give Ed some degree of difficulty on that shot. That's about a 9.
Jones went for the steal, didn't get it. Tyler Smith drops it off to Lamar. Lofton fakes, backs up. Yeah. He's feeling it now. 15 for Lofton.
That's what we're used to. 3 years of that, now going on the 4th. That's fun.
Tennessee with another steal. Lamar Smith, Lofton knows he's feeling it. They get it to him again, and he hits it. Oh, my. Chris Lofton is unconscious. Lofton with 18 on 6 3-pointers, including 3 in a row.
They're looking out for him outside. He lets the defense run by him, gets his feet under him, cashes it in. Same thing, lets him run by him, puts it up from long range. That's why for 4 years he's been one of the best outside shooters in college basketball, and you can see the celebration as he breaks out tonight from a slump.
Lofton with 18 points for Tennessee. The Volunteers have now opened up a 17-point lead. In fact, A&T had a lead a few moments ago.
And that's why the three-point shot is the land of plenty. When you're hitting them like Chris Lofton's hitting them, it can widen that lead. You've just got to be able to score on the other end and slow Tennessee down in transition.
Lofton has hit 6 of his last 7 3-point attempts after starting 0 for 4. So 8:17 to go in the first half. Tennessee is ballooned out to a 17-point lead thanks to Mr. Chris Lofton.
You don't think he was watching Juwan Smith at the Middle Tennessee game last home game, do you?
I don't know. Here's where Lofton ranks at UT. First in 3-point percentage, second in made 3-pointers, 7th in steals, 10th in points, second behind Allen Houston in career 3-point shooting. Tonight, 6 of 11, 18 points.
And got off to a cold start, Randy. I think missed his first 4.
Duke Cruz back in the game. Also in for Tennessee, Cameron Tatum. Lofton's going to get a rest. Josh Tabb in there for the Volunteers. There's the alley-oop, which was defended well by Tennessee. Taken out of there by the Volunteers. Lamar Smith off the pick by Cruz down the middle. Drops it in the corner to Tabb. Too hard. Rebounded. Chisholm puts it up. Tyler Smith rather puts it up. He's going to get it, and he's going to get the foul.
You see the shot that goes all the way over the rim, and Tyler Smith gets bumped a little bit and is able to get the ball up on the basket and get it in, even though he was off balance.
Well, that will take a timeout. 7:49 to go in the first half. Tennessee up big early. 7:49 to go here in the first half in Knoxville. Tennessee has exploded behind Chris Lofton to a 34-15 lead. Here's the shooting stats for Tennessee. They're 7 of 22 from the 3-point line, and of course 6 of those have been made by that guy, Chris Lofton. They're 6 of 9 of 2-pointers, but that includes 2 layups, 4 dunks.
As we were saying off air, Randy, they buried the mid-range jumper back in '87. The 2 options now are inside and the 3-pointer.
Tennessee gets another steal. Lamar Smith took it away. Josh Tabb. Lamar Smith down the lane. No good. Rebounded by Cruz. Knocked loose on the floor. Numbers for A&T and a foul. For the first 7 minutes, we had 7 lead changes, a couple of ties, but just under 12 minutes as we look at another turnover. Tennessee's outscored A&T 25-4. Cameron Tatum misses a 3 badly. The rebound taken away by Jason Wills. Wills all the way, and he may be hurt.
He banged his knee. Maybe. I think he hit the goal support with the knee there. Great penetrating drive by Wills there. You can see the he got a shoulder. He got his shoulder past his defensive man, and after that he was leaving.
And he's banged up, but he's going to stay in the game, shoot the free throw. 1,000th career point. He misses the free throw. Rebounded by Cruz. Tennessee quickly into the front court. Lamar Smith knocked out of his hands and a foul on Thomas Coleman. Up and off. Rebounded by Jason Wills. Here comes North Carolina A&T. Alston, Jones, Ewing, faking. to Jones, puts it on the floor, and a foul before the shot, I believe.
Since last year, working himself into being able to play the speed that Tennessee likes to play.
Second shot, no good. Tennessee with the rebound. Guess who's in the game? Lofton missed the three. And long rebound hauled in by Ed Jones. They come the other way with it. Tennessee by 18. Quick three out front by Ewing. No good. Rebounded by Cameron Tatum. Lamar Smith left of the wing. Head of the key to Tatum. Chisholm. Tennessee very patient this trip up the floor. Back to Lofton, puts it on the floor, drops it off in a corner to Tatum. In the lane, drops it off to Chisholm, and he's fouled. And Wayne Chisholm will draw 2 shots. Good ball moment. That one's no good. Rebounded by Tatum. Tennessee will reset it. Lofton is open, and it's blocked. Beautifully done by Thomas Coleman, the big 6'9" freshman.
Yeah, great defense, and he's that guy that they feel like has so much promise.
Rush misses a three, rebounded by Jason Wills. Stolen away. Lofton's got the basketball. We come the other way with it. Lamar Smith dribbles down the lane. Layup good by Lamar Smith.
Lamar penetrates about as well as any point guard Tennessee's ever had. He doesn't shoot it quite as well as some of the outside players in the past, but going to the basket, he's dangerous.
30-second timeout called by North Carolina A&T.
There's the great defensive play by Coleman. Stepped up and got the ball in the air. Didn't come down on the arm, went straight up and possessed his block. Didn't lose.
43 mark of the first half. I guess Coach Eves just doesn't plan to call any in the second half.
Well, he wants this thing to stay close. In the second half, if he doesn't get his team in order here, he's going to be too far down for the timeout.
Ewing missed it. And Tennessee dropped it out of bounds. It'll belong to the Aggies. Cameron Tatum got a hand on it.
Randy, we ought to mention, I'm sorry, that Ryan Childress's ankle is still bothering him a little bit, and he is probably going to sit out tonight. He did not do the pregame workout today, so that's why he is not playing this evening.
Tennessee. Jason Wills with a deep inbounds pass brings it in for A&T. 5:22 to go in the first half. Ed Jones drops it off to Wills. Wills left side. They go down inside to Thomas Coleman, the big freshman. Ewing, rush open for three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by big Brian Williams on a great pass from Williams to Lofton, who gives it to Cameron Tatum for the jam. North Carolina A&T with the ball out front. The jumper no good by Jones. Rebounded by Tennessee again. Quickly up the floor. Lost out of bounds. It will belong to Tennessee.
Rebound. Great rebound by Williams. And here comes Lofton with the oop. Beautiful finish by Cameron Tatum.
Williams takes the inbounds pass. Tyler Smith down on the block to Tab. Jordan Howell open, passes it up, back to Tyler Smith, who rolled it in. 42-18. Tennessee comfortably in front with 4:20 to go in the first half.
Sharing the basketball terrifically. I mean, we gave that number on the assist to baskets a minute ago, and every basket since then has come off of an assist.
Austin Ewing and a foul away from the ball. It will go here from Cincinnati. Tennessee with a comfortable 42-18 lead. There's the alley-oop again. They get it back to Lofton, who puts up a three, missed it. Rebound chased down by Austin Ewing. Here come the Aggies the other way. Tennessee has outscored them 32-7 in the last 10 minutes. And the foul. It'll be against Tyler. Well, he said number 1. Tyler Smith gets the foul. His 18 after they struggled early in the game against North Carolina A&T. Coming up at halftime, we're going to be up close and personal with J.P. Prince, the guy in the street clothes right there. We'll also have first half highlights and stats here from Thompson Bowling Arena. J.P. Prince will become eligible in a couple of weeks here, and Tennessee fans have been waiting for him to put on the orange and white for a long time.
Transfer from Arizona, Mr. Basketball in the state of Tennessee, and some sparkling reports coming out of practices about his ability and his skills.
15 points. That one missed everything. So 1 out of 2 for Jason Wills, and Tennessee gets the ball back, and looks like the Aggies going to put a little heat in the backcourt on them.
They'd like to turn Tennessee over and maybe get something that's a little bit easier. Tennessee has really tightened up. They're tight as a fist on their half-court defense tonight, which is something that they wanted to emphasize after the Texas game.
Tyler Smith drops it off to Jordan Howell. Here's Lofton, who's open again. No good. Long rebound by Howell. Howell brings it back. Tyler Smith with it. Down low to Big Brian Williams, who lost the ball. Rebound picked up by Chaplin, and we come the other way with it. I think they were surprised. Williams was surprised he got the ball.
I tell you though, I like him. Fundamentally, he's sound. He has good footwork. He has good hands, and he's a smart basketball player for a freshman. He's going to be a good player for Tennessee.
He never played high school basketball. He got hammered in the nose right in New York in the Bronx and did not play high school basketball. He did play AAU ball. Caught the eye of some coaches at that level. Juwan Smith drops it back to Tyler Smith. Tennessee being patient at the 2:48 mark against the zone defense. Here's Tyler Smith launching a three and hitting from outside.
Showing good versatility. That's not really his main game. He's an inside player with a good mid-range jump shot, and he has great eyes. He's made some great passes and assists for Tennessee.
Speaking of a long NBA three, that was by Rush. I don't think has hit one of those tonight, has he?
Tennessee's contained him pretty well. Jordan
Howell drops it off. Josh Tabb in the corner. Juwan Smith open, looks at it. Out of bounds. It belongs to Tennessee. Tyler lobs it inside to Brian Wilson. Back to Jordan Howell. Brian Williams, rather. Down on the baseline to Tabb. Back out to Howell. Yes. Jordan Howell got a good look at it and knocked it down.
3 passes on the ball rotation. Find the open man. Jordan Howell makes it.
In the corner to Nicholas Wilson. Misses the three. Big Brian Williams takes a rebound down. Up the floor. Tyler Smith. Juwan. Yes.
Good sharing of the basketball again. Great rebound. A good, strong outlet pass by Williams. And the good pass to Juwan Smith for the open three.
Trahern Chaplin in the game. James Porter knocked away by Williams. Picked up by Howell, and they threw it away. Tennessee a little sloppy getting the ball up the floor, but that is the 5th turnover and only 5 for Tennessee this half.
Yeah, as fast as they play, that's not too bad.
And that's Tavares Halston all the way in. Got a little help from the front of that rim.
Little searcher.
Tennessee by 30 with a minute to go in the half. Tyler Smith, guarded by Chaplin, puts it on the floor. Howell's again open for 3. Missed it. Backside rebound by Williams. Great feed. Coming to the baseline, streaking to the basket was Juwan Smith. And I like that pass.
You got to hand it to a guy. Usually a big guy like that doesn't handle the ball and doesn't pass it that well. But Brian Williams, as I said before, watch that pass. A no-look pass from the big guy.
Second one no good, but a lane violation or is a foul. Foul will be on Tennessee, and it's going to be on Williams. 1 out of 2 for Greg. Stephen Pearl in the game for Tennessee. There's a steal. Alston shot blocked beautifully by Tatum, and it's dropped out of bounds by Alston. Tennessee gets the ball back. Boy, I tell you, I like Cameron Tatum's aggressive play on both ends of the floor.
He's active, very athletic, got up to make a great shot block there to cut back on the turnover.
Foul, running three, no good. Juwan Smith knocks the rebound out near midcourt. Tennessee's got it. They call time, but one official called a travel. I don't know if Bruce Pearl agreed with it or said he's not going to tell the official he made a good call, but I think he knows.
30-point lead, he's going to let that one slide. It might be a little bit different.
Well, Juwan got him laughing about it, so he must have known that, hey, we tried. 18 seconds, knocked away, saved by Champlin, and a reach-in foul. Game for the Yankees. Second shot, missed that one as well. Williams with a rebound. Seconds and a steal. A streaking Alston drops it off inside, tipped out to Tatum, and that's the way the first half will end. A little sloppy toward the end, but there was one stretch where Tennessee was absolutely invincible as the Volunteers build a 30-point lead over the Aggies of North Carolina A&T here at halftime. Stay with us. We'll be back with our halftime activities coming up in a moment from Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville. We'll be back. With a big lead at halftime over North Carolina A&T, 52-22. And there's one other guy other than me talking right now in this building, and that is head football coach Philip Fulmer. Some of his seniors out here with him, as they just showed some clips from that big Tennessee win over Kentucky last Saturday, and you were cheering, Bill, as loudly as anybody.
Well, it's a great celebration. I love Tennessee football, and I'm glad to see them win the East.
Tennessee at Kentucky. If you want to see it again, you can see the replay. Eric Ainge being introduced to the crowd here in Knoxville. That'll be coming on right after we wrap up this basketball game tonight here against North Carolina A&T. Randy Smith, Bill Justice with you here at halftime. The Volunteers with a comfortable 30-point lead. And Bill, Tennessee played. They struggled with North Carolina A&T, and then all of a sudden, Chris Lofton caught fire. Tennessee led by 30 and more.
And Tennessee got great separation when he hit 6 out of 7 for 18 points, and he just broke loose, and he had his feet square, and his technique was good, and his teammates were finding him. For one of the first times this year, they were looking for him on every possession.
Lofton missed his first 4 threes, then hit 6 out of 7, including that one right there, and then tacked on a couple more. He has 18 points to lead all scorers.
And you can see the celebration right there, how happy he was to get that break loose shot.
18 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He's 6 out of 15 from three-point range after missing his first 4. Volunteers comfortably in front by a 52-22 count. I can't even hear myself. It's so loud in here right now as they're cheering for the Tennessee Volunteers as they face LSU Saturday in Atlanta for the SEC Championship. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll have more on a feature from the newcomer, J.P. Prince. Stay with us. Carolina A&T led it by 11-10. Tennessee from that point, Bill Justice, went on a 42-11 run.
Three-pointers started to fall for Tennessee. They got the turnovers on defense, and A&T never did warm up from outside. Their shooters are not hitting the basket. Tennessee started to, sharing the basketball inside and outside. Tennessee caught on fire.
A lot of folks have said this is the most talented Tennessee team to come around in a long time here in Knoxville, but there's one player that everybody's been waiting on, and that is J.P. Prince, who comes to Tennessee from Memphis by way of Arizona as a transfer. And here's a chat with J.P. Prince in his own words.
J.P. Prince, 6'8", 210 pounds, point guard, University of Tennessee. Got important me is I'm versatile. I can do everything. I can shoot, I can score, I can pass, I can dunk. Anything you need, I get it done. My style of play is fun, exciting, and never boring. I came to Tennessee because of Coach Pearl. My favorite thing about Coach Pearl is his swagger. My role on the court is to do whatever Coach Pearl tells me to do. My role off the court is, make sure we have fun, Always in charge of starting wherever we're going that night. I just like to have fun. Everybody, even before I got here, everybody was just like, where we going tonight? That's how it is. We always ask each other, where we going tonight? Free night, so gotta do it big. Our perimeter game was our key to our team. It's the basis behind our team, led by All-American Chris Lofton, Ramar Smith, Jawan Smith, myself, Jordan Howe, and Cameron Tatum, and our defensive stopper, Josh Tabb. Besides me, watch out for Tyler Smith. He's my running mate. We're trying to be the most entertaining two players in college basketball this year. Pre-game rituals, I usually get a game of video games in, some pasta. I'll take on anybody in Madden, NCAA football, NBA Live, anything. I'm a video game fanatic. If I didn't play basketball at Tennessee, I'd be playing soccer.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
That's my second best sport. Might be my best. Oh, one food I will not absolutely ever eat is chitlins. That's just nasty. Chitlins is nasty. My cousin is Tayshaun Prince. Tayshaun Prince is starting small forward for the Detroit Pistons. For those who don't know, and I do not look like him, so he plays in another league. I play at the University of Tennessee. My favorite thing about basketball is the games. All right, I'm out. See you at San Antonio.
Well, Bill Justice, the practice report on J.P. Prince is awesome.
It is. Both the players and the coaching staff. He does some awesome things, and they're kind of gasping at some of his abilities. He will just add to the depth, rotation, and the athleticism when he becomes eligible in January.
Tennessee with a big lead here at halftime. You stay with us. We'll be back with more in just one moment. Tennessee with a big lead, 52-22 over the Aggies of North Carolina A&T here in Knoxville. Let's look at the statistics of the first half. Of course, the most important one at the top, a big advantage for Tennessee. Field goals, the Volunteers not shooting that well, but they have 16 turnovers, as A&T was only averaging, I think, 17 a game. They've only turned it over 8 times as well, Bill Justice. But look at the assists, 17-5.
There's that 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio for Tennessee. But for A&T, just poor shooting, 9% from three-point land, and that's been a place where they do well. Last game they had a record 10 by Stephen Rush, a school record set.
Tennessee by 30 at halftime. Stay with us. We'll be back to start the second half for you here at Knoxville, Tennessee in just a moment. North Carolina A&T is ready to go. Your attendance tonight just under 17,100. Pretty good crowd for the middle of the week in late November after Thanksgiving. Coach Bruce Pearl's team looking to go 6-1 on the year if they can win here. Tennessee gets the ball to start the second half. Tyler Smith will inbound. Tennessee pretty much going with the same 5 that started the game. Chisholm, Howell, Tyler Smith, Jawan Smith, and Chris Lofton. And the same 5 also starting for North Carolina A&T with the exception of Glenn Nelson. Little trap near midcourt. Chisholm back off to Lofton for 3. Off the front of the rim. Long rebound picked up by the Aggies. Angelo Hernandez. On the block, he drops it to Porter. Back out front to Austin Ewing. Misses badly a 3. Touched last by Tennessee, and the Aggies get it back.
Second half picks up like the first half with a little bit of missing on three-point attempts.
Inbounds to Hernandez. Austin Ewing with it. Drives, penetrates. Goes up for the layup, and the foul will be on Tyler Smith. No, it's on Jordan Howell, number 15. Howell picks up the personal foul as he hacks Ewing on his way to the hoop. Leading scorers, Jason Wills with 6 points. 5 other players with 2, including their leading scorer, Stephen Rush. Lofton with 18. Tyler Smith with 12 leads Tennessee at the break. Ewing makes the first shot. Foul on Howell, only his first. Tennessee with only 1 player in the game with more than 2, and that's 3 for Tyler Smith. 2 for 2 free throws for Ewing. 52-24. Tyler Smith behind the back, nicely done. How open was Lofton? I'm surprised he didn't shoot. Alley-oop inside. Chisholm with the clumsy jam, but a jam nevertheless.
Well, he gathered himself. Good job of getting his balance there when he was a little bit off kilter there. And a good pass by Jordan Howell.
On the block it goes to Jason Wills, and he's fouled going in. And if that's on Tyler Smith, it's his 4th, and it is.
Here we see the feed inside to Chisholm, and he kind of lost it. I think he stepped on the other guy's foot, lost his balance a little bit, but you know, he's rangy, 6'9", a lot of reach. He was able to softly lay it in.
Well, our stat guy, Joe McNish, corrected me, said that's only 3 on Tyler Smith. The miss and the rebound by Chisholm. Tennessee back the other way. Chisholm with a trailing thought about a 3. And reaching around Tyler Smith was Jason Wills for North Carolina A&T. Wills gets the personal foul. That is his 3rd. In the corner, Juwan Smith open, missed it. Long rebound by Hernandez. Ewing for 3. Yes, that is the prettiest 3-pointer A&T's hit.
Nice setup there for that shot. He delivered on it.
54-27. Chisholm works it on the right side to Tyler Smith in the lane, and he walked.
Thought about passing at first, and then when he took that extra step and they caught him on it. Here's the good pass out. And the 3-pointer by Austin Ewing. Nice set, good delivery.
9 turnovers in the game now for the Volunteers as North Carolina A&T beginning to slowly chomp away at this lead. There's a nice backdoor cut. The basket by James Porter. And A&T's coming back on them now. It's down to 25.
Well, A&T's done a good job of just staying focused on what they want to get done. Forget about how much you're behind. It's a very large margin, but they've come out and they've scored and they've played well on the offensive end.
Jordan Howell with the basketball. Tennessee down to 18 on the shot clock. Off to Lofton. Lofton had it knocked away. Angelo Hernandez fouls Lofton as he reaches in behind going for the steal. That is Hernandez's first foul. And the second foul against A&T this half.
Beautiful pass there to Porter as you see him use the left hand off the backboard going down the lane.
17:23 to go in the game. Tyler Smith with the pass to Howell for 3. Up and off, no good. And it's a foul on Juwan Smith. Away from the basketball on the rebound. And that's 3 on Juwan.
There's Howell shot as the ball comes off long. I didn't see any kind of a foul at all. He must have pushed him before the camera even got on him because he wasn't even near the ball.
Jason Wills, there's a backdoor jam by Thomas Coleman, the big 6'9" freshman. Tennessee wants a timeout. A&T came out smoking. They've cut 30 down to 23 in the first 3 minutes of the second half. We'll take a timeout with them. Exactly 17 minutes left to go in the game here in Knoxville. Tennessee up over A&T. North Carolina A&T on a 9-2 run to start the second half, and they've cut a 30-point lead down to 23. The Aggies coming into this game 4-2, their best start in 16 seasons.
Applying full court pressure too. They like the way the second half has started, and they feel like maybe they can take the aggressive control here.
Look at the difference in shooting in the first half and the way they've started. There's a steal. Coleman with a layup, no good. Followed up and in by Wills. And it's an 11-2 run by the Aggies. This time Tennessee beats the pressure. Duke Cruz in the game for the Volunteers now, replacing Chisholm. Jordan Howell works Gets it in the right hash mark. Over to Lofton between the circles. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Howell had it knocked away from him by Stephen Rush. Under 10 to go on the shot clock. Lofton. Jawan Smith fakes a three. No good. Rebounded by Hernandez. And here come the Aggies. Hernandez against Lofton. Rejected by Duke Cruz. No way that one was going in.
Well, Big Duke blocked that one from two guys back. You'll see he goes up behind Chris Lofton and blocks the shot over his own player. So great defensive player and great timing on that block.
Tennessee with a steal as they tried to go to Wills, and a foul will be against Angelo Hernandez. Reaching for that basketball. Second foul on Hernandez. Third team foul this half against North Carolina A&T. Lamar Smith takes the inbounds pass. Roars into the front court. Gets it to a trailing Jawan Smith. Out to Josh Tabb, who knocks down a three. Tabb off the left hand.
Josh Tabb got knocked down then after he made that shot, and Coach Pearl urging him to get up off the floor and get back on defense.
It's okay that you scored, but you got to play deep.
That's right. Keep the intensity up. Let's go. You got to go back on the other end and play down there.
Both Tennessee baskets this half have been threes. There's a long three by Rush that misses. And Duke Cruz manhandles big freshman Coleman to get that rebound. Here's Tabb again. Yeah, he's feeling it. 2 in a row for him. And Tennessee's lead back up to 27.
Josh Tabb's known as a great on-ball defender, but his outside shot looks pretty sweet tonight.
Hernandez off the pick. They tried to pick the picker, as they used to call it. Carry-up shot by Rush, no good, and the rebound taken down by Tabb. Tennessee runs. They've got a 3-on-2. Here's Jawan Smith, who missed the three. And Cruz is cruising over somebody's back for the foul. Duke Cruz guilty of the personal foul. And Tennessee has already attempted 39 three-point attempts. That's a new school record, and we have almost 15 minutes left in the game. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back in a moment. (60-33), and the students are fired up here today. They're going to be fired up in Atlanta, too, on Saturday for the football game as Tennessee faces LSU for the SEC championship. Remember, after our basketball game, you can see the Vol Network 2-hour presentation of that Tennessee-Kentucky game coming up right here. Don't miss it. North Carolina A&T. Strong run to start the second half with the basketball. Austin Ewing brings it in against Lamar Smith. Coleman, Tennessee with an aggressive man-to-man. There's the layup attempt by Jason Wills. He's hammered, and he'll get 2 shots upcoming. Miserable, less than 58%. 2 for 2 by Wills. But that will get better. Lamar Smith, Chris Lofton wide open.
Chris actually had to take a toe step back to get behind the three-point line there.
Well, he had time to do it. He was that open.
Wide open, but good eyeball there by Chris. No reason to take a two when you can step back and hit the three.
21 points for Lofton, all on 7 three-pointers in the game.
Look how wide open he is there. Nobody gets down the floor. They tried to stop the ball, but they left the shooter open.
Foul was on Lamar Smith, his first for the Volunteers, so A&T will play it in underneath. Stephen Rush will toss it in if somebody's open. Lofton almost got the steal. Chaplin. Stephen Rush. Little jumper in front. Good.
That may be his first field goal. I mean, he's there.
He had a layup in the first half. That was it.
He's their leading scorer, and Tennessee's done a good job of shutting him down.
Lofton thought about a three. And away from the ball. Foul's going to be on Duke Cruz. Battling for position underneath the basket. North Carolina A&T gets the ball back. Here they come. This is Austin Ewing at 63-37. Here's Rush. Whoa, nice touch by Rush. He may be heating up. He had, what, 10 threes against DePaul in the last game?
10 threes, and he averages 10 a game, almost right at 10 attempts, three-point attempts a game for his career at A&T.
They're looking to trap Lamar Smith, who gets it off to Lofton. Lofton open again out front. That one's off the lip of the rim, kept alive by Chisholm into the hands of Coleman, and Rush is going to get the snowbird, and it's 63-41. The Aggies have cut the Tennessee lead down to 22. Lamar Smith dogged by Ewing. Smith carry up shot, nicely done by Lamar Smith. In the corner, Coleman on the block, inside, knocked away. Coleman shot blocked by Cruz or Chisholm, one or the other. They got a hand on it.
Actually, Chisholm, I think, came from behind and got the block. It was Duke Cruz' man. He slowed him down going to the basket. Chisholm came from behind. Here's the long pass down court to Stephen Rush a minute ago, who had kind of just been a bunny down on the other end, and he got the easy one.
Nice move by Jason Wills, who fought his way up and over Wayne Chisholm and Cruz and everybody else in there for the layup. The actual reality of such high expectations.
They are big expectations, but I've got a relationship with our fans that they understand we're going to do as well as we can do every game, every season. You know, our expectation is the same every year, to compete for the SEC championship. Some years it's more realistic than others.
Beating them, what, 3 of the last 4?
3 of the last 4 in some of the most exciting basketball games that I think Tennessee's ever played in their history, especially those 2 games here at Thompson Bowling. Just great excitement.
Tennessee had to call timeout as the press by the Aggies was very, very difficult for them to get the ball into play.
A&T's very quick, and their full court pressure can be very effective for them because they've got guys who can run and jump. And they've come out in the second half, I'll hand it to them, and they have not fallen back just by being down 30. They came back out to play in the second half.
Calculator on. Lamar Smith carries it up to the hoop, and the foul. He'll count it. He'll get a shot.
You see Lamar again doing what he does best. Takes it, just gets a shoulder past the guy, and he's going to take it to the basket. He is going to make the hoop or get fouled, and in some cases, both.
Angelo Hernandez guilty of his 3rd foul. 3-point try. Good by Lamar Smith. 12:32 to go in the game. Tennessee back up by 25. Hernandez picks up his dribble. Drops it off to Chaplin. Thomas Coleman, the big freshman, with it now. Out front to Rush. Puts it on the floor. Puts it up in front. Missed it. Tipped up, controlled by Coleman. Lost it out of bounds. It will belong to North Carolina A&T. No, one official was pointing one way, one the other. The one that was pointing Tennessee's way wins the argument. Lamar Smith has it for Tennessee. Josh Tabb, there's the lob to Chisholm, and he let him a little too much.
Good idea. He had his man on his back, but he just threw it a little bit too far for Wayne to reach it.
Timeout. Just under 12 minutes to go in the ball game. Tennessee, who has now turned it over 12 times, still with a big lead in Knoxville. Well, he's ready.
That is not Bruce Pearl. He's over on the bench tonight. He has not done the checkerboard yet.
Don't you know his mama's proud of him? Probably is. Coach Bruce Pearl's team in front, but North Carolina A&T is giving them a game here in the second half. Angelo Hernandez brings it up the floor against Lamar Smith. We're under 12 minutes to go in the ball game. Chaplin with it now. Tennessee with that tough man-to-man defense. Hernandez works it out front to Stephen Rush. Rush puts up a quick 3 over Tabb. Tabb may have bothered it. Rebound hauled in by Chisholm. Didn't touch anything but Chisholm's hand.
Tabb's a great defensive player. That's a tough attempt right there for Rush to get off over Tabb, who's probably 4 or 5 inches tall.
Chisholm with a three. Rebounded on the backside by Hernandez. Aggies run with it. Chaplin too far under, but he almost made it. Tip no good. Rebound taken away by Tennessee. Tyler Smith. Back to Lofton. Great feed. Back to Smith for the layup. Lofton passed up what was a almost open three and hit a wide open Tyler Smith for the assist.
From inside, outside, and back inside with just two guys playing together in two-man game. That's really nice.
10:50 to go. Tennessee's lead is at 27.
You see Tyler Smith take the ball in. It looks like he's going to lay it up. He kicks it out, shares the ball to Chris, who says, okay, well, I'll give it back to you. You're wide open. That's just nice teamwork.
Foul was on Chris Lofton, his first, and it's the 7th team foul on Tennessee this half. 21 assists for Tennessee on 25 made field goals. Pretty good. Number 1-1. And the rebound put back up and in by Chaplin. 70-45. A 25-point lead for Tennessee. Lamar Smith still got control of the ball. Lofton for three, in and out. Followed up by Smith, who had great position inside, and he gets the foul.
And great use of the left hand. He caught that ball and put it back up with the non-shooting hand off the backboard.
Chaplin to the right side. It comes to Wills, and there's a foul going in against Tennessee, and I believe it's going to be on Lofton. Second foul on Chris Lofton. Let's take a look at that putback a moment ago.
We see that rebound come off, and Tyler Smith grabs it and puts it back up with the left hand on the left side of the board.
And Lofton says, do I get an assist for that one? 2 fouls on Chris Lofton, both of them in the last 40 seconds. He misses the front end again. Number 1-1. Tyler Smith with a rebound. Juwan Smith in the corner, back to Ramar. Lofton, Ramar Smith. They play catch with it on the perimeter.
Well, A&T's in a little zone defense right now, so Tennessee's just going to make them work a little bit and keep the ball out of the perimeter, see if they can find the soft spot.
Down to 6 on the shot clock. Here comes Lofton, back to Juwan Smith. Ramar Smith, no good. And Brian Williams knocked it out of bounds. Who touched it? Goes to North Carolina A&T. I found myself watching Coach Pearl. Right there. Coleman, Ewing on the left, off the pick by Chaplin. Out front, Ewing. Followed up and in by Chaplin.
Good inside position there by the Aggies, and Tennessee can't be very happy about giving them free offensive rebounds for putbacks inside. That's going to be a point of emphasis, boxing your man out.
Second chance points tonight. Tennessee has outscored them 15-10, but that's not a huge margin.
And has not been in the second half. I think A&T's probably done a better job of it in the second half.
Juwan Smith, Jordan Howell, Tyler Smith, Chris Lofton, and Big Brian Williams. Left side, Howell. Here's Chris Lofton. The zone has been fairly effective, at least on this stretch, in the last 5 to 10 minutes.
It made Tennessee change their rhythm a little bit, slow them down.
Juwan Smith had the miss. Brian Williams guilty of the foul, going over the back of Thomas Coleman. Well, let's take a look.
There's a shot from the corner that comes off the rim to the other side, as it usually does from the corner. And guys get tangled up a little bit there, and they call the foul on Brian Williams.
Second foul on Williams. And that's 9 on Tennessee as compared to only 4 against North Carolina A&T this half. However, the Aggies have not really been able to capitalize on all those free throw attempts. And they miss again. Front end of a 1-1 by Coleman. Wills has missed a couple. They just make those. They're a lot closer. Steele. Chaplin stepped in front of Tyler Smith, picked it off. Here come the Aggies. Ewing down low. Coleman with a jam.
And again, working inside the Tennessee defense for easy baskets. And Coach Pearl's going to call a quick timeout and voice an opinion.
8:31 to go. Timeout.
As the camera shows him, Randy, that's why you like to watch him, because he is so intense. There's the pass inside, and Brian Williams just gets caught a little bit out of position on the play, and that sparked an immediate timeout on the Tennessee bench.
Well, the Volunteers have 2 left, while North Carolina A&T has only 1 timeout left, and with 8:31 left in the game, that could be a big factor down the stretch if North Carolina A&T continues to play the way they played the last 10 minutes.
Smith's numbers right there. I was fixing to say a while ago, he's had a very nice line tonight in a kind of a quiet way. He's also had some nice assists. Good all-around solid addition to the Tennessee basketball team.
16 points, 11 boards, and 7 out of 7 shots. Tyler Smith inbounds it to Juwan, and it's kicked up into the upper deck almost by Chaplin. Smith will inbound again. Full court pressure by North Carolina A&T. Inbounds it comes to Josh Tabb, who's back in the game. Lofton's getting a breather. Jordan Howell drops it off down low. They tried to feed it to Duke Cruz. Ball is kicked.
Good idea by Juwan Smith there. That's a tough pass to make. A beautiful side bounce pass. Just too many legs in the way.
Duke Cruz hammered as he goes up for a shot, and Cruz with 8:16 left in the game will draw 2 shots. Fouls beginning to stack up now on both sides of the ball. Second foul on Trahern Chaplin. Smith makes the first shot. He'll get another. 17 points, 11 boards. His first career double-double.
First of many, too, probably.
Tabb gets the rebound off the second miss. And the rebound goes to Juwan Smith. Tyler Smith with it, works it to Howell. Tennessee being patient. We're now under 8 minutes to go in the game. Juwan Smith, Jordan Howell. I tell you, when you're not hitting those 3-pointers, zone defenses can give you some grief. 6 on the shot clock. Tabb missed the 3. Tip no good. Coleman had it back into Cruz. Missed the ball going up. Again blocked out of bounds. Nicely done by Nicholas Wilson.
Pretty good little action down under the basket. A&T holding their own down there, and Tennessee trying to force it in. Good defense.
7:37 left. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. 73-49, 7.5 minutes plus left in the ball game. Tennessee will have one more home game. That'll be this Friday night. Then they're on the road for a long time, Bill.
Yeah, they go to UT Chattanooga, your hometown, Randy, and that's a great gesture. I think that'll be a great game. Good atmosphere. The people of Chattanooga will turn out. I'm sure that'll probably be a sellout. They go to Nashville and play Western Kentucky downtown in the Somay Center. And then they come back here about the 19th, I think.
And we'll have that one on television as well. Foul was on Angelo Hernandez, and that is 4 on Hernandez, who did not agree necessarily with that, but that's 16 fouls on A&T in this half. Duke Cruz with 3 points, 4 rebounds. Second shot, swish. Nice touch by Cruz. And Tennessee's lead is 75-49. Austin Ewing into the front court. Hernandez tried to hit a streaking Hernandez down the middle, and that's 19 turnovers for the Aggies.
And the Aggies have used that pass and go, that cut and passing from the post down under the basket well this half.
Jordan Howell works against Austin Ewing, bringing it in for Tennessee. 7:15 to go in the game. Tyler Smith, left side, open. Juwan Smith, who just is not shooting well. He decides to give it up, and Cruz missed the layup. That one just came out on him.
Took that great big giant step that they try to teach post players to do, but he just couldn't get it to go down.
Inside the follow-up made by Nicholas Wilson off the missed three by Ewing. Off, no good. Missed it.
Jinxed him.
And on the rebound, it goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Tennessee. They say the Aggies touched it last. Tyler Smith gets it into Duke Cruz. Whip it around the corner. Jawan Smith backs in, backs out. Down the lane. Howell for three. Up and off, no good. Rebounded by Wills. And a steal. Tennessee sneaks in behind. Tab. Nice left-hand layup. I think he may have wanted to pass that as he was going up to shoot, and he said, I'll just put it in.
Almost looked like he looked over his shoulder to see if a block was coming. Somebody was trying him from behind, and he kind of just did a little finger roll there. I think he would have liked to have dunked it.
Tyler Smith traveled, making his move to the basket. So the floor mistake gives it back to North Carolina A&T. Tennessee's 14th turnover of the game.
Here we'll see that pass, and I think he looks to see if somebody's coming, and he kind of does a finger roll, searched it over the rim, onto the board, and into the basket.
77-51, just over 6 minutes to go. Nicholas Wilson on the right side to Ewing. Ewing drives, had it knocked out of his hands and stolen by Lofton. Up the floor. Jordan Howell takes it all the way. Layup no good. Off. Who? It'll be off Tennessee. It'll belong to North Carolina A&T. 5:41 to go in the game. Works against Howell out front, and he tried to hit Stephen Rush, but Rush was not looking up.
Well, that's not the guy you want to lob to. You can see Coach Eves there putting his hand on his. He's got a 5'11" guy cutting to the basket to throw the lob to him. It's probably the wrong target.
Tennessee with a lead in the ball. 5:10 to go in the game. Howell puts it on the floor, drops it off to Chisholm, and he may have not put enough on that. Left it in the hands of an Aggie. Crowd wanted a double dribble. I'm not so sure they shouldn't have had it. Missed shot, rebounded by Tennessee. Here's Cruz. Tab softly lays it in.
Two nice passes when the ball did not hit the floor. That's a good sequence of teamwork.
Tennessee takes it away again. Jordan Howell against Stephen Rush, who is a little upset over that. There's the lob in front to Cruz, who is fouled. I'm not so sure who that pass was going to. I think he was trying to alley-oop it to Chisholm. Cruz cut over in front, got the ball.
Duke got the interception on that one. I think it was good. It was not quite high enough for a lob. You could go way up there for Chisholm. See Chisholm in the back, and Cruz makes the interception.
Foul was on Nicholas Wilson, his second, and Duke Cruz at the line for Tennessee. Shooting 2 shots with just over 4.5 minutes left in this one. He hit it. Tennessee hangs on over the next 4.5. They'll be 6-1 on the year.
Just a little bit off air. You lose a game like that to an excellent team like Texas is early in the year, and you learn something from it. Tennessee with a high ranking played somebody that could match up with them, especially at the guard position, and came away a loser. But they will learn and be better for that experience.
Cruz makes a pair. Stephen Pearl checks in the game for the Volunteers. Tavares Alston brings it in now for A&T. Alston puts it on the floor, works on the pick. Tennessee's back to a 30-point lead, and a steal by Lofton. Tennessee with the numbers. Lofton spins, misses the shot, rebounded by the Aggies. Great pass from Alston into the guy for the layup. That's Robert Johnson, a sophomore.
Terrific no-look pass.
Stephen Pearl shot's blocked. Is getting real sloppy. Again a no-look pass. This time Glenn Nelson gets the layup. 83-53. .340 to go, now less than that for Ramar Smith. They wanted to travel, didn't get it. Here's Lofton out front. Yes.
Good to see him knock that one down here late in the game. He's cooled off a little bit here in the second half, but it's good to see him knock another three-pointer down and keep that confidence level up.
Tennessee by 86-53 rather. Under 3 minutes to go. Putting it on the floor is Jones. Tapped away from him. This should be interesting. Ramar Smith. Little drama at the end of that one.
Ramar was looking over his shoulder like, hey, I'm willing to give this up, but nobody came, so he took it himself.
86-55, just over 2.5 left. Brian Williams is going to check in for Tennessee at the next opportunity. Patrick Craig, and there's a foul away from the ball. Somebody swinging an elbow. Timeout. 2:28 to go in the game. Tennessee's up by 31. And we'll be back. Just under 2.5 minutes left in the game here at Knoxville. Tennessee comfortably in front of North Carolina A&T. Big night for Chris Lofton, who has scored 24 points on 8 3-pointers. No free throws, no 2-point games, 2-point goals rather. 8 made 3-pointers, ties the arena record.
Well, he's found that shot available tonight, so he's taken it. He hasn't had to penetrate because he's been pretty open for most of those 3-point shots that he's taken. Good passes from his teammates. They've been looking for him.
Tennessee gets the ball. Stephen Pearl inbounds it now to Ramar Smith. Volunteers into the front court. Stephen Pearl has not scored yet for the Volunteers. Cameron Tatum had his pass knocked out of bounds by Ed Jones, and Tennessee gets it back with 20 on the shot clock. Brian Williams in the game. There's a great pass from Pearl to Tatum. Didn't jam it, but he had the backhand over the head layup, and he was fouled. So Tatum gets a free throw.
Acrobatic move here when you watch this pass and how he's able to gather himself and lays it up with the right hand, almost a hook shot. Watch him lay it off into the square, banks it in, gathers himself. I tell you, that's an athletic move.
Tatum converts the 3-point play. Tennessee's now in the double bonus, 2:07 to go, and the lead is back up to 34.
That's their MO. They just keep that pressure on you, tighten it up when they need to, and try to get you to turn it over.
He stole it from Tatum, went for the block, got the foul against Nelson, who put the ball in the hole, and he'll get a 3-point play opportunity. Well, they give it to Tennessee. I'm not sure what that whistle was about.
That was goaltending.
Goaltending.
They'd call it goaltending because his hand hit the rim.
Pearl. Corner. Tatum misses the 3. Rebounded. Back to Tatum. Jammed home. This time Tatum is fouled. And this time he will get a free throw. Pretty jam. That time by Cameron Tatum.
And this is why, even though it's a 30-point game, you stick around. Great pass. And there's the flying slam dunk by Tatum. He's shown some real athleticism tonight. Good freshman player.
91-57, a minute 19 to go. He rolled it up and off, no good. Tab almost snuck in and got the rebound. Here come the Aggies. Tavares Alston out front now. Works it to Glenn Nelson. Robert Johnson. 1 minute left. Now less than that. Tennessee's going to win big. Alston splits the defense. Tennessee gets the steal. Tatum to big Brian Williams. I don't want it. You take it. Tatum will jam it behind his back.
That's beautiful teamwork there. And kudos to the big guy for good ball handling and for being very unselfish, giving it back to the guard to put it in.
9 points for Tatum. Tatum wanted Williams to dunk it. There's another steal. Here's Tab down the middle, knocked loose, picked up and saved, back in. 24 seconds. Here come the Aggies the other way. Austin down low. And the missed dunk by Patrick Gregg. And the ball put back in. 12 seconds to go. And Tennessee is just going to back out and let this one die. And the final score, Tennessee gets the win 93-59 over North Carolina A&T as Tennessee goes to 6-1 on the year while the Aggies drop to 4-3. The Volunteers will be at home on Friday night as well. Then they hit the road for a long time. Only one home game in 39 days. That's a tough stretch.
Yes, it is. And we come back and we've got that game here right on Fox Sports South on Friday night against the Ragin' Cajuns, Louisiana Lafayette.
There's Chris Lofton, who had a great game. 24 points on 8 3-pointers for Chris Lofton. Our final score again, 93-59. Tennessee wins Friday night on Sports South. Rejoin us from Knoxville as Tennessee takes on Louisiana Lafayette at 7:30 Eastern. Right now, stay tuned for Tennessee and Kentucky football with the SEC East crown on the line. For Bill Justice, I'm Randy Smith. So long from Rocky Top.